Oh,
Hey guys, you ever tired of buying an iPhone? Guy says, no problems, no issues, but the battery's dead. You're gonna have to charge it at home before you can use it. Really? Then you get home and what do you know? Activation lock. Does that just frustrate you? Well, we're going to show you a few steps today to hopefully prevent this. I can't get you past it. I apologize. But hey, that's why we choose the Apple. Because it's secure. Someone steals your shit, good. And most of the time, when people sell you this for those super low prices, it's too good to be true. But we're going to show you a couple tips and tricks. Hope you like.
Knowing what you need is half the battle. To prepare yourself to test this iPhone, you're going to need a Wi-Fi connection, you're going to need a SIM tray key, you're also going to need a SIM card. The reason I recommend Verizon phones are unlocked. There's a long story between them and Google with the FCC and a bidding war. Long story short, Verizon and Google phones are unlocked. If it can read a Verizon SIM and doesn't say invalid SIM, then oh my goodness, it's unlocked. You also have to have the battery charged to actually walk through this activation wizard. If the person is trying to sell you a phone that is dead, do not buy it. There's an issue with it. Guaranteed. Going through the activation wizard is not necessary to see if the phone is iCloud locked, as you'll see in the next segment. It is necessary to eliminate the fact that your phone could have the activation loop where it gets to the home screen and then it cycles right back to the beginning of the activation wizard. You don't want to buy an iPhone like that. Now you also want to test your Touch ID. A lot of cut rate repair stores will just destroy it when they repair a screen. Once there's any damage to it, most of the time it has to be replaced. Once replaced, the code does not match the motherboard, causing invalid or unable to activate Touch ID. Now you also want to step away from your Wi-Fi source to make sure that the signal stays true when you are at least 10 to 15, even up to 20 feet away. If it does not, if you start to see your signal go down significantly with a few steps, then you have a baseband chip issue. You do not want to buy that phone. Don't rely on the IMEI that's on the back of the phone. Do not rely on the IMEI that is etched into the SIM tray. Go to the settings to find your IMEI. Now you can find your IMEI by going to Settings, General, About, and scrolling down to IMEI. I'm showing you this because some phones you cannot actually dial *#06#, especially when you have a Verizon SIM in there. I think that's actually the only reason why it won't work. But with that IMEI, we can go to imei24.com. This website will give you the ability to check iCloud activation lock and Blacklist. This will eliminate you getting a phone that someone has reported lost or stolen through insurance or has failed to actually make their extremely manageable payments. I think the most expensive phone out there is like, what, $50 a month? If you're too broke to afford that, you shouldn't even be allowed credit, honestly. But you check this website, it'll definitely help you out and avoid that headache. This website can also check for the iCloud. You just have to scroll down, find the link. I'll probably post it up on this video for you. But I do again recommend just go through the activation wizard. Nothing's 100% reliable. Trust the actual phone versus technology.
Now this test really isn't necessary. I just want to show it for the people that are enthusiastic about all original parts. This will show you that a OEM screen has an oleophobic coating and the aftermarket does not. On an oleophobic coating, the water will bead up on it. On a aftermarket, it will turn into a shapeless blob and smooth out. Now, cosmetic condition does have a lot to do with this particular cell, but I'm not going to dig into that. One thing I will say is tunnel vision is a sales enemy. It will cause you to overlook a lot of big red flags just because you're happy to get yourself into a new phone. So pay attention and don't get tunnel vision. Now, this app is wonderful. I absolutely love it and will stand by it. It goes through all of your sensors and peripherals on the phone and tests them to make sure that they are actually functioning. Now, using this also to test before and after repairs will prevent the
"well, this was working before"
scenario. And you don't want to run into that because if you don't have proof that it wasn't, there's not much that you can do. Now, you will need a auxiliary cord or headphones to plug into the headphone jack, and also a lightning connector to complete the test. Without this, you can get a value for your phone, but it will consider those not working. Now, we're going to go ahead and go through some of these tests. I will cut the camera to an outside view just to show you that you do need to have this at certain points on a flat, smooth surface for the camera flash and for the vibration test. If you don't, they will fail or they will show up as yellow, and it doesn't mean that they don't work. It just means that whatever you had it on was absorbing everything that it was putting out. You will have to interact with the phone on certain tests, for example, the gyroscope, GPS, and the compass, because those actually involve moving the iPhone. There is also a little bit of time basis. It gives you about 10 seconds per each one. If for some reason you don't actually interact with it, it will exit out of that test and consider it failed. Once you have actually completed all the testing, you will need to put in the model and storage capacity in addition to the cosmetic condition. Once those have been input, you will get the full value of that phone, and that right there will tell you, is it worth what I'm about to pay, or am I getting a steal? Instead of playing guessing games, this can tell you why your phone is acting slow. It can show you that the CPU is being taxed. It can show that the memory is full. That way you're not saying, oh, my battery is dead. That must be why my phone's acting slow. Yes, your battery has a lot to do with it, but most of the time it is just because your phone is old. Now, for a summary, we just want to go over what we've learned today. You always want to go through your activation wizard before paying for the phone. That way you don't have to worry about an iCloud lock or potentially a lock to a network that you can't use. You will have to use IMEI24.com for Blacklist check. I will post those links at the end of this video. Test thoroughly, don't get tunnel vision, make sure what you're buying is what you want to buy. And last but definitely not least, don't forget to subscribe. These videos will be coming at you left and right over the next couple of months, and we're going to walk through different scenarios and variety of repairs to help benefit you. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.